Well, this is going to be the most pleasant, easiest conversation I think I've ever had.
Oh, Ron, when did you say this last?
Well, last time I had a really dear old friend come in and say hello.
Yes, it's
Anyone
so nice.
who grew up in St. Louis in the 70s or 80s and bought concert tickets probably at one time or another in their life spent time standing in line
at Orange Julius
at
in
Northwest Plaza, waiting for this man here, Gary Levinson, to sell you tickets.
And here he is.
Hello, everybody.
Yay, yay.
Those were the fun days. We really enjoyed selling the tickets to all the concerts. People waiting in line, mile long in Northwest Plaza.
My goodness.
It was fun. It
Yes.
was fun.
What's amazing is that you did that you pulled that off. You were there to sell orange juice.
And hamburgers.
And
correct.
hamburgers,
Yeah,
exactly.
God, remember when we used to go there and it was so good? I was so excited when Ron said we were going to go to
Orange Julius. Yeah,
because he kept me in a box under the bed with holes
Yeah.
poked in it. If I was nice, the holes were poked in.
Nice. And you have had some amazingly long lines there over those years.
We sure did. And people were pretty well patient. We had a few episodes where maybe somebody went through my window one time. It was a policeman.
This unbelievable.
So why you? Why you and the Casey
How did that
connection?
happen?
A friend of mine, Carl Bianco, came to me one day and he said, Gary.
Carl Bianco owned, what was the name? Rainy Days.
That's it.
Rainy Days.
That's it.
Okay.
And he asked me to sell tickets for him. And I did very well for him, and the word got out. And then Casey contacted me, and eventually Steve Shankman contacted me, and we sold it for all the rock concerts back in the 70s.
Now, this will show you how small St. Louis is. You mentioned Carl, your friend Carl Bianco.
Right.
Do you remember his little boy, Aaron, as a baby? Aaron worked for us for 5 years.
I'll be darned. No,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
He's a big boy now.
I knew his wife well, but I didn't
Okay.
know. I didn't.
Rainy
Kurt
Days
Busch-
had like Ted Nugent.
Yeah,
That's-
right,
I mean,
right.
some pretty good shows.
That was at Hog Hollow area, wasn't it? Hog Hollow and
right.
Olive Street Road.
Yeah, right. And Aaron has all of those posters still.
Wow.
He saved them all.
I wish I had mine.
Man,
Well,
that's right. You those posters would hang at Orange Julius, right?
The Grateful Dead one is worth about
Oh, man.
$250 now.
Ah, more than you paid for a ticket.
More than you
I mean,
paid for
back
a
Well,
then.
what, tickets were like $2.50.
$2, $3, $4
Yes.
tops.
Yeah.
$5.
Oh my!
Yeah,
And-
and he had the nerve to add a 10% surtax on it to charge 10% fee to sell it.
But didn't you get a discount if you bought an Orange Julius? Or what?
I
what-
tried. I started the service charge in St. Louis on the tickets.
Well,
10
yeah,
cents
you
a
started
ticket.
the concept.
You're the one.
You started the concept, really,
Yeah.
and that, I mean, now the service charge is several dollars.
Yeah, I know.
But you were
I
charging
laugh
a
at
dime.
it.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, what else? I mean, here you are. You're an outlet for people that can come and get tickets,
Right.
Even though you.
And I made a lot of friends too through
Yeah.
Casey, you,
Well,
Ron, and
yes.
everybody else. I met a lot of people, and it was fun. Shelley Graffman, he
Well,
was the greatest.
Yeah,
You
he
were
was.
one of the characters.
That's it.
Right in there with the rest of us.
There you go. That's the
were
word.
definitely
As a character.
And Joy and I would do concert spots at Casey, and we'd say tickets are available at Casey ticket window at Orange Julius at Northwest Plaza and
Yeah.
Street Side Records.
And
remember?
just the promotion from that was a good
And then
thing.
Mark Close came along and says, "You got to go out to Orange Julius and get the famous pickle pooch."
the pickle boots.
yeah,
A hot dog with
a hot
mustard.
dog with yes.
He plugged me all the time. Go see Gary.
He's such a good guy.
Yes,
and
he
you
is.
still see him now at Popcorn Palace, right?
I know. Yeah, I see him out at Deerberg's at Clarkson and Baxter shopping with his wife. Yeah.
Oh gosh!
So we
Times don't change, right?
This is
Now,
the,
some
the
things never
nitty gritty,
change.
the real nitty gritty.
Right.
Well, look, we're looking at all this popcorn here this whole time because what's going on with this now?
I'm in Deerberg's at Clarkson and Baxter, and I have a popcorn store there called Popcorn Palace. And I know you love Chicago mix.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh!
so I
sure.
brought you some Chicago mix.
I have a problem. I mean, I'm like addicted to popcorn.
It'll be gone by this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, I eat it every day. It's that I'm getting to
This
worry.
one's my favorite here. This is chocolate covered.
Yes,
What?
yes, yes.
Chocolate covered caramel corn.
Caramel corn.
Incredible.
God,
Unbelievable.
you're gonna kill me.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
And you were just telling me off the air that Garrett's, who we know in Chicago to
Right.
be called they always say the Chicago mix, can't
They-
say that
They
anymore.
can't say it, but they got another name for it. I don't know what it is, but
But we know it's Chicago mix.
yeah.
because somebody else came up with that
Right.
name.
own it.
Somebody
Somebody owns it.
Oh.
Somebody owns the name, right?
So we're going to call it what we want here in St.
Right.
Louis. Come and
And so
stop us.
what about Orange Julius? Do they exist anymore?
They still do. It's owned by Berkshire, and it's like popcorn. I mean, it's not popcorn, and sometimes it's a Dairy Queen.
Still a franchise, right?
and still a friend, and they serve mainly drinks and hot dogs.
Ah, okay.
They're like I see one at Chesterfield Mall downstairs
Yeah.
in West County.
Well, Gary, What happened to Northwest Plaza?
Yeah.
What went wrong here?
When did you get out?
Well, actually, it's malls all across the country.
You know, I
Isn't
guess it was an open mall then,
Yeah.
and then back in '80, I guess people wanted to enclose malls.
Yeah, and then they enclosed
I
it.
left, and then I did come back in '90 with the
Really?
pretzel
I didn't-
parlor and a popcorn palace, and it was very well. In fact, I was the last store to leave.
No kidding.
When they-
Wow,
when
yeah.
the mall
Let's go
closed
to the
up.
mall and buy some pretzels. It's the
Wow.
only store
They-
open.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Now, back
And
back
then
when it
did
was.
you close up the whole Orange Julius and then just
Right.
move right into the popcorn?
We were
or just-
Chesterfield Mall from the '70s and the '80s there to '90 with my dad, and eventually that mall.
But this will
came
give
down.
you an idea how times have changed. Obviously ticket prices have gone up. But back in the 70s and 80s, when Gary had thousands of dollars of tickets in that booth, it was almost like a booth. It was an area that had a thing that could fence
yeah.
off. But sitting there all day. Where did you keep the tickets, Gary?
Yeah,
I
Gary.
kept them right there. Nobody ever bothered me.
In a drawer,
a
behind
drawer,
the counter.
yeah.
In a drawer, no lock on the drawer.
No lock on the door.
Behind
No,
the-
no.
Amazing.
I never had a problem.
Today,
Never had-
today, I think you might.
Today, there's no doubt about it. But no.
So-
Well, if you had one ticket back there, it'd be a problem.
Yeah.
no, it-
Oh, what's wrong with the world? What's the world coming to? Well, when you finished or decided it's enough of the Orange Julius, did you sit around for a while on the beach and decide?
No, I didn't
I'm
sit
going to go
around.
into popcorn or what?
I can't sit. I'm a workaholic.
Sure.
Just like Ron
By,
here.
by the way, we didn't say what high school did you go to. We have to ask this question.
I graduated from University City High School back in 1960.
Oh, that's
this
where
is
all,
like-
this is University City Week.
This is U City week here. Yeah,
Yes.
the last two guests we had were from U City.
I'll be
Well,
darned.
Gary, you're a treasure, and thank you
Yes.
so much for coming in and saying hi to us.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
love you.
Thank you very much.
And thank you to Brucey Michelli Insurance, making our segment possible today. They continuously work to provide the individual coverage you require. They also handle commercial life and health insurance. Contact Tina Michelli at 314-832-6667.